Hey, do you want a stronger, healthier, happier relationship? Today we want to talk to you about enriching your marriage by creating shared meaning. The sad truth is, many relationships are superficial. You love each other, you get along okay. You're impressed with her hardworking nature and her financial independence.
He's intelligent, he has a good job, he's conscientious, but you're not really connected and you're acting more like roommates. And something is definitely lacking.
You may find yourself comparing your relationship with the relationships around you. You might be getting just a little bit more critical, a little bit more nitpicky. You want your individual sense of identity. You want your own career, your own interests, your own goals. But you also want more connection. You want to feel more like a family.
And you may be finding you're asking yourself, is this all there is? And what you may be missing is a deeper sense of shared meaning.
See, a successful marriage is about more than raising kids, paying bills, and getting chores done. It's also about building a meaningful relationship that is rich in rituals of connection.
So in essence, each couple and each family creates a microculture. Like other cultures, your smaller unit has customs, like do we go out for dinner every Sunday night?
You'll have rituals like a champagne toast at the birth of every child. And you'll have myths. Myths are the stories you tell yourselves that explain what it means to be part of your group.
So our example is Bob and Sue, and they viewed themselves as the runts of their respective family. Both were considered least intelligent, least attractive, and least likely to succeed of their siblings. But as it turned out, their siblings either did not marry or they divorced, while Bob and Sue formed a happy, stable marriage, had steady jobs, had great kids, and lived in a nice house.
Part of their marriage's culture, the story that they tell themselves, is what a great team they make. How feisty they are, and how they thumb their noses at all the naysayers, and how they succeeded against all odds.
Developing a culture doesn't mean you have to see eye to eye on every aspect of life.
But there is a meshing. You find a way to honor each other's dreams, even if you don't always share them. Your culture incorporates both of your dreams and is flexible enough to change as you grow and develop as husband and wife.
Happy, healthy marriages is more than just sidestepping conflict. The more you can agree about the fundamentals of life, the richer, the more meaningful, and easier your marriage is likely to be.
So a crucial goal of any marriage is to create an atmosphere that encourages each person to talk honestly about his or her convictions.
So the more you share candidly and respectfully, the more likely there will be a blending of your sense of meaning.
So how do you create shared meaning? In the book, Fighting for Your Marriage, Dr. Markman writes that the amount of fun partners have together while nurturing their connection is a key factor in predicting their overall marital happiness. So one, have fun together, share experiences together, and talk and openly share with each other.
Do you know less than 1/3 of U.S. families eat dinner together on a regular basis? And more than half of those that do actually have the TV on during dinner.
Think about this. This effectively ends conversation during dinner. So creating informal rituals of connection where you can emotionally connect, it's critical, it's crucial in any relationship.
In all honesty, we stumbled upon this. When we were first married, we were absolutely broke. We couldn't afford to do much of anything. But what we did do is we walked every night. And as we walked, we talked.
There's practical step number one. Go for nightly walks. And when you walk, you can talk. You can talk about the business of the day. You can talk about your relationship. You can talk about your dreams and your future. And here, I want you to think of some of your family rituals. We all have them. Maybe it's midnight church on Christmas Eve, Thanksgiving at grandma's house, family reunions. Most of us, we were raised in families in which some rituals were considered important.
By making them part of your married life or coming up with new ones, they become your rituals and further identify you as a family.
So rituals don't have to be these momentous occasions. For example, I bake our daughter's birthday cakes, right? I remember the first time I did it, it was our oldest daughter's first birthday. I baked her a Winnie the Pooh cake. It looked nothing like Winnie the Pooh.
It was horrible.
But she recognized it, and we still laugh about it to this day. And so every year, I bake their birthday cakes. So here are some questions to help you evaluate and incorporate ritual into your relationship. I want you to talk about these questions, write down the answers, and consciously incorporate them into your relationship.
So the first question would be, how do we or should we eat dinner together?
Or how about this one? How should we part at the beginning of each day? And how should our reunions be? You know, once again, research tells us, Dr. John Gottman tells us, the 6-second kiss. When you say goodbye and when you greet each other, give each other a 6-second kiss. That's a long time.
That's a long kiss. Number 3, with bedtime, how do we want this time to be?
Or what is the meaning of weekends? How do we spend our time? Do we spend it together or do we spend it apart?
So what are your rituals about vacation? We have something in our family called BF which means Burtzlaff, forced family fun.
Oh, and we laugh about it all the time. I mean, other practical steps that you can build ritual into your relationship is this. A weekly date with just the two of you without kids.
Celebrate the triumphs, whether they be large or small. It creates a culture of pride and praise in your marriage.
So what is the secret to increasing shared meaning between you and your spouse?
Spending quality time together on a regular basis and getting to know your spouse better by sharing your innermost thoughts, feelings, and wishes.
It doesn't come easy. It's a lifelong process, and it takes a strong commitment. But this shared meaning, as Dr. John Gottman's research proves, will result in a strong, happy, and successful marriage.